morning and welcome to G11 World Wheelchair Rugby 2022 European Qualification Championship here in Norway. And we have a fantastic game lined up for you this morning. It's the Czech Republic and Finland in this Pool B clash. Both teams undefeated, so this will decide who goes top of the group. They've both got an extra game to play later today. But this is really the key matchup in Pool B, and could decide who potentially gets one of those 3 qualifying places for the European A Championships in Cardiff next May. So, really looking forward to this one.
We will have auction, 2 winners, custom sprint, silent auction, starting with €100. You can do that in a shop in the corner.
Finland in blue against the Czech Republic in white, and referee Melanie Didier from France will start the game with the tip-off. Players have to stay out of the circle apart from the 2 that are contesting the tip-off.
Today's game, Finland towards Czech Republic.
Clock set up to show 8 minutes for the first quarter. Oppenhauer and Niso to contest the tip-off, won by the Czech Republic. Petr Oppenhauer on the ball now for the Czech Republic. Forced to turn away. But great play by Walter Ronisch there to force Niso over the try line, and he finds himself in the penalty box for leaving the court. So the Czech Republic ball from the sideline. Referees swap positions. Finland have to be careful not to give away a penalty try. They're not going to score yet. They're going to let Ronisch put a trap on the penalty box. So, Czech Republic scored the first try, and Niso elects to be the inbound. Big long ball from Niso, and it's Toni Pispanen on the end of it, scoring for Finland to level it up. The feature of Finland's play throughout this championship so far has been the pressure they've put on the inbound and in the opponent's half, making it hard work for them to get over halfway within 12 seconds. But this time the Czech Republic are equal to the task. They get the ball away to Oppenhauer for his first try. Czech Republic had a momentous game last night with Ireland that went to overtime. Pispanen bringing it away, finds Niso. A lot of pressure coming on from the Czech Republic. First touch for Nuotio, the 3-point player for Finland. Plays for the Turku Trojans, and he finds Niso. That's his first try. So 2 apiece.
Number 7, Niso.
Pispanen putting pressure on Oppenhauer, but he gets it away to Yidi Plesko. Oh, hand in there. So 12-second violation called. Would have liked to see an advantage played there, as I think Finland could have scored a try there, but Czech Republic will get the opportunity to set up in defence, key defence, as Juuso Nuotio has a wheel replacement. Sinisari with the inbound. Sinisari and Pispanen set up on the wings. Riso drives in. Oh! Oppenauer and Ronish with great defence there. Nuotio goes flying over, loses the ball. He has to stay in that position. He has to. The mechanics will come on to right him, showing great strength there in the press-up position. And he's rolled over. Now that'll be a turnover ball. So having forced the first turnover, Finland, they now give the ball back to the Czech Republic. Once Nuotio is righted, it becomes an equipment timeout, and they have a minute to get him back and ready to play. Sometimes players don't bother to use the minute, but Nuotio just gets his straps checked and he's ready to go again. So Ronish receives the inbound. Nuotio is straight on, but good pace by Ronish. Drives down court, gets his bounce in and scores the try. Great pace there.
Number 3, Czech Republic, Ronish.
Riso finds Nuotio. He's got Pispanen waiting for the pass. She gives him, and he's driven over the line by the two Czech Republic defenders. Again, lots of pressure on the ball carrier. Varton works his way out of trouble, gets the ball back to Plesko. He finds Ronish. The man from Prague, the Sitting Eagles, scores his second try. Good pressure there from the Czech Republic, returning the compliment against Finland, and as a result, Nuotio is forced to use Finland's first timeout. Each team gets 4 player timeouts. Coaches also have 2 that they can use. They last a little bit longer. Coach Ross Morrison telling his players what he needs from them. Czech Republic haven't bothered to return to their bench. They'll be looking to get position on the players from Finland as they return to take the inbound. It'll be number 6, Sinisari, who takes the inbound. So these 4 players from Finland played the whole of the game last night, so they're going to be pretty tired from their exertions yesterday. And that was a tired piece of play from Nuotio, sadly. He gave the ball away to Ronish. The Czech Republic have the turnover. They'll be looking to open up a 2-try lead. Good pass from Ronish to Varton, and the former Rugby Union international finds his way in at the corner after good work from Oppenauer. So 5 tries to 3, the lead. Good inbound from Sinisari, finds Pispanen, he drops it back. Oh, Nuotio, just a little bit too much on that pass, and we have another turnover. So Ross Morrison has called a timeout and wants another word with his troops. That's 2 turnovers in quick succession. After each timeout, the referees swap positions. So the coach's timeout lasts for 50 seconds before the buzzer goes. They do get a full minute if they want to use it, but the buzzer will go after 50. Plesko with the inbound for the Czech Republic. He finds Ronish, pressure on from Nuotio, trying to make up for those couple of mistakes, but a good block there from Plesko sets Ronish free. And he's got people ahead of him, which is good for him. Chopping a path, but he cuts back, finds Varton, gets his bounce in. Oh, and Ronish loses the ball, so it will be a Finland ball from the sideline. Chance there for the Czech Republic to have opened up a 3-try lead, but Finland have managed to force the turnover. Nuotio wants an equipment timeout. And the mechanic's literally just finished repairing his previous wheel, and now the new one comes off and he gets the old one back on. The ball goes into Nuotio, he's double teamed at the moment. He pops it back to Sinisari, but it comes off his wheel. But Finland really need to take a little bit more care in their passing at the moment. Things just aren't working out. Varton with the fake. Plesko try to create space at the corner. And that's Oppenauer takes that pass. Great pass from Varton to Oppenauer. So the Czech Republic do indeed get that 3-try lead. But Finland are no strangers to being behind as Niso brings it away. Gives it to Nuotio, who scores his first of the day.
13-1 Finland.
When Nuotio scores a lot of tries, Finland win. 19 against Ireland and 15 against Sweden. Rodish under a lot of pressure. Gets it away to Oppenauer. A low pointer, but playing in an attack chair. He gets it to Plesko and he's free and clear. Czech Republic this time resort to a key defence. Sinisari and Pispinen set up on the wings. Niso tries to drive in on the angle. Nuotio takes it a little bit more easily this time. Ball to Sinisari, he's got it. He scored the try. 2 wheels were over the line as he and Ronish battled for that possession of that ball. And the call goes in favour of the man from Finland, and it's 7 tries to 5 as Varton brings it away. Man from Olomouc.
Number 8 for Czech.
Again, the Czech Republic set up with the key. Varton being the lone player outside the key, trying to keep Niso high so he can't create a wedge within the key defence. Good work from Sinisari. He's got the corner. He can only stay in there for 10 seconds though. So Oppenauer comes to cut across. And Sinisari has to come out of the key there. Timeout called. The possession clock was down to just 4 seconds. It'll be reset now to 15 as Finland use their second timeout. Ross Morrison, the coach from GB, calls them to the bench. This Czech Republic key defence is looking pretty solid at the moment, and Finland are having to work really hard to try and break it down. They'll have just 15 seconds in which to achieve that. And the buzzer goes, and Sinisari indicates that he will take the inbound. Ball goes into Niso. He gives it to Noitio. Barton doing a good job keeping Niso out of the play there. Again, good work by Sinisari getting the corner, and Pispanen on the other wing getting that corner. Good strong work, just in time. Oppenauer as the receiver finds Barton. Back to Oppenauer. And a nice pop over the top to Pleško. Still a 3-try lead to the Czech Republic. So Finland were down by 4 at one point in the first quarter against Sweden. They finished that quarter. Timeout called again. So the Czech Republic putting on a lot of pressure, forcing Finland to use 3 timeouts in the first quarter. Rotio tried to break free from the... he's blocked again by Pleško. Another timeout being used as they were down to 11 seconds. I think Niso was in danger of being called for 10 seconds in the key. So no more timeouts for Finland. So we're going to see how much of a struggle that might be for them in future. Likely to see quite a bit of pressure coming on from the Czech Republic.
Yes, we're going to run a motion today and during the week. 2 winglets, cost break, salad auction, starting at €100. You can do that in the merchandise shop.
Musari to Nuotio. Barton this time attacking the ball. But Niso drives in. Sinisari goes in again. Hands going in all over the place there. But his time runs out. And Pispanen can't cross the line. So it'll be Czech Republic ball. Another turnover and a chance to create a 4-try lead. High press from the Finnish team, but the Czech Republic are equal to it, and it's Ronish who takes it to the line but turns away. We've got just over the minute left in this quarter. They'll be looking to score around about 50 seconds. Ball into Oppenauer, and he's able to cross the line.
Assist for point number 3, and the goal scorer is player number 10, and that is Oppenauer.
Niso bringing it away for Finland. Likely to see pressure coming on with that 12 seconds, but Niso gets the ball over halfway with a pass to Nuotio. Ronish in with a swipe at the ball, but he only gets fresh air. Nuotio with good pace. But his path is blocked. A lot of players in that area of the court. Still going to be a Finnish ball from the sideline now as the ball rolls over the baseline. They have 11 seconds with which to score. They don't have any timeouts that they can use. Ball's into Niso. Barton doing a good job to prevent the inbound to Ronish. Great ball to Sinisari from Niso. And Sinisari scores his second. Man who plays his club rugby in Sweden for the Chirping Hillbillies. Pressure on Vartan. Finland hoping to get the Czech Republic to use some of their timeouts, but Plisko regathers the ball and takes it to the line. And a penalty try is awarded as the Finnish defenders cross their own try line. And the buzzer goes for the end of the quarter, and we have an 11 tries to 7 game, in favour of the Czech Republic. At the start of the second quarter, and Czech Republic have made a substitution. Ronish is taking a rest, and in his place comes Marek Vasher, direct replacement, 2-point player for 2-point player. So Czech Republic in that familiar key defence. It's proved very successful for them so far in the game. Nuotio almost risking a held ball there. Good pass to Niso there. Nicely worked try. I've seen that happen 2 or 3 times in previous games. And it's going to be Vasher with the inbound to Oppenauer. He gets the ball back to Vasher. Nice little spin. Puts the pass in, but it goes astray, and it's Nuotio that comes up with it. He gets it to Pispanen, and the decorated track athlete gets to just above the Czech key. He's allowed the Czech Republic to get back and form up that key defence. So the ball is with Nuotio once more. Sinisari trying to create space for him at the corner, but it's not worked out. Ball to Niso again. That little fake pass and pop over the top works really well for them. So Vasher inbounds to Vartan. Oh, Vasher missed the return pass, and Niso's got it back, so we could see the deficit cut even further. A really strong start to the second quarter by Finland, Ross Morrison will be delighted with this. And Varton has a quick swipe but can't get there. Vasher gets across to cut Nuotio over, and penalty try, says referee Elvira Jelska from Poland, as one of the Czech players left the court. So pressure that they're putting on the inbound. Varton under a lot of pressure. Too much pressure, says referee Jelska, and puts Nuotio into the penalty box. So the Czech Republic will have a new 40 seconds possession and only 3 defenders to compete against. Equipment call for Pleško. So the captain and coach of the Czech Republic, David Lukáš, not kitted up for today's game, carrying a bit of a shoulder injury, but as a 0.5 player, he doesn't really help their potential lineups. But that's a great inbound to Oppenauer, and he takes it away and will just run the game clock down for a little bit while the Czech Republic think about a trap on the penalty box, but they're too slow to do that. And Nuotio doesn't have to be the inbounder. Sinisari to Pispanen. Good pace from the number 10 from Finland. So Pleško taking the inbound now. Finds Varton. Good block from Oppenauer on Niso, preventing him from getting to Varton. Crosses halfway. Big hits coming in there. And it looks like Vasher's in for his first try. Sinisari to Pispanen once more. Vasher hunts him down, gets across, but Pispanen gets a little hit from behind. And there's a need for a new wheel for Sinisari, so Finland halt their attack. And once again we see the Czech Republic in that familiar key formation. Filip Varton, the single player sitting outside the key. If he goes in, then it's a violation. And he'll either go to the bin or there'll be a penalty try. Nuotio on the ball for Finland. 25 seconds remaining on the possession clock. Drives through, rides the wheels of Oppenauer and Pleško and finds his way through. Good play by the man from Turku. Oppenauer taking the ball away. Pispanen trying to get on him and force a turnover, but it's with Varton now. Finland set up in a key. But Sinisari is driven over the try line by Pleško. There's an acknowledgement of good play by the Czech player as Sinisari rolls to the penalty box. And then Pleško will now take the inbound, and it's 4 against 3. Finland must make sure they don't give away a penalty try. And they allow Varton to just have a free run to the line. He scores it, and Sinisari comes out of the penalty box. No point putting a trap on the man who's going to be inbounding anyway. So Czech Republic not wasting any effort on there. Niso finds Pispanen the man who invariably finds himself deepest down court, but he hasn't got sufficient pace to get to the line. But Sinisari has, having started the move, he now finishes it. A fast inbound from Pleško to Barton before the Finnish players can get position, and now it's Oppenauer driving to the line. That's his fifth, and that restores the 2-try lead for the Czech Republic. Finland, having forced a couple of turnovers early, hadn't been able to build on that yet, but Nuotio brings it back to 1. So one more turnover and we've got a level game. Sinisari trying to get in there and upset there. The ball's rolling loose. The 12's timeout. Finland almost getting that ball, but the Czech Republic recovered it and will be able to use the next 12 seconds to get over the halfway. So Czech Republic very fortunate. The only plus point there from for Finland is that the Czech Republic have had to use one of their timeouts. So Finland this time setting up in a key defence. Barton drives towards the top of the key, but it's forced to turn away by Niso, but nice turn by him and great work by Vasha to secure the corner, and Vartan reverses over the try line for his 5th try and to restore that 2-try lead for the men in white. Sinisari to Niso, and Sinisari leads out. Nice pass from Niso to Pispanen, who this time gets the pass within sight of the try line. 16 tries to 15, and Niso got a bit of a problem with his axle. Yeah, wheel not fixed securely, but the mechanic just slides the axle back in. So Finland with a high press, 2 players straight on Varton. Yeah, good work, and Niso and Sinisari fist pump there as they force the second timeout to be used. So this is almost a mirror image of the first quarter, but in reverse, as Finland forced the Czech Republic to use timeouts in quick succession. That's certainly been a feature of the Finnish game in previous games, where they've put a lot of pressure on the team inbounding. So Pleško to be the inbounder. Ronish has returned to the fray, and Vasha has taken a well-earned rest. So ready to go now. Ronish comes in to take the inbound. Pleško, good close quarter passing by the Czech Republic, and there's a loose one there, but the ball rolls away, and Pleško does great work to recover it. But this pressure from Finland is starting to tell on the Czech Republic. There's been a few little mistakes there. They've managed to recover them well, and no try. Leaving the court, looks like Oppenauer was forced back over the line. So Finland again getting a turnover, but they're not always converting them. So they've got to work hard, and Niso is trapped, gets away from one player, finds himself caught by another. He's going to throw the ball over his head, a no-look pass which just goes to Ronish, and once more we see Finland working so hard to get the turnover, but then almost immediately giving it back, and that 2-try lead is restored as Niso brings it away. Got to be careful now that he doesn't have an over and back. He's lost the ball. It's a turnover. The Czech Republic now have the ball, and Pleško will inbound. So Varton with the ball. Pleško with the pick. Enables Varton to find Oppenauer. Back to Varton. Finland again trying to dislodge it, but Pleško gets the ball over the line.
Score is 18-15 and Pleško is playing number 4.
So Niso, so often the one to bring the ball away, finds Nuotio over the halfway line. He gets an early bounce in, but he also picks up 2 players, and the ball goes loose once more. Fortunately for Finland, it comes off Ronish's chair, and it'll be Finland ball deep in their own half from the baseline, from the corner. They've got just 18 seconds. They're letting the ball bounce because the clock doesn't actually start until it's touched by a player or hits a chair. So 13 seconds left for Finland to score. Niso drives in. Nuotio looking for the pass. Can't get it, looks to get it to Niso, but no, he's left the court before he could make contact with the ball. Strong key defence there from the Czech Republic. Excellent play. It'll be Pleško from the corner, looking for either Varton or Ronish as Oppenauer has gone high. Kispanen sits on Oppenauer. It's Varton with the ball. Oh, nice play from Niso there, but now he's allowed Pleško to get her out, but it still forces the time out. The time pressures are absolutely key in this game. Getting that ball over halfway within 12 seconds is not an easy task, and Czech Republic use up their 3rd timeout. So they go to the bench, and the players talk amongst themselves. David Lukesh not imparting any of his wisdom as a coach of over 10 years on this occasion. But many of these players are very experienced. So Varton bringing it away. Right, and loses the ball in contact. It will be finish ball from the sideline. So that 3-try lead is not extended, and Finland have the opportunity once more to cut the deficit. Sinisari gives the ball to Niso, who can't gather it, and Varton recovers it again, so it will be a 4-try lead to the men in white. Lots and lots of mistakes here. It's been a real feature of this game as Pispanen is forced to turn away. Ronish gets the ball to Niso, and Finland with Pispanen needing to put some pace on the ball, I feel here. When the Czech Republic have the opportunity to set up in a key defence, they're very strong, they're very hard to break down. Finland, if they can put some more pace on the ball and spread that defence down across the court, they've got far more chance of scoring. So ball is into Sinisari, 20 seconds remaining of this possession. So Nuotio not able to force his way through on that time. He returns, he's only got 5 seconds left in which to score, so he needs to drive in hard. Not going to do it, can't get the ball to Sinisari, so it's no try. So Finland being frustrated once more by that resolute Czech defence. Nuotio can't force Ronish over the sideline. He brings the ball away, passes to Oppenauer, who has an empty key ahead of him. 5-try lead now for Czech Republic at the end of the second quarter. The first half finishes Czech Republic 20, Finland 15. So a 4-try lead at the end of the first quarter for the Czech Republic turns into a 5-try lead at the end of the first half, and the Czech Republic will have the advantage of the possession arrow at the start of the third quarter, so a chance to extend that lead even further. So whilst some replays are running on the screen at the moment, what I can see from my position is that Ross Morrison is on the court with his athletes, and they're setting up in a key, and he's showing them what he wants in terms of both defence, but also some ideas and thoughts on how they can break down this strong key defence of the Czech Republic. He's also using his whiteboard to good effect. So whoever wins this game will face whoever finishes second in Pool A, and at the moment that's pretty wide open. The Netherlands top Pool A with 4 points, but Austria, Spain and Israel all have 2 points, with Poland currently in 5th position. But this tournament's wide open. we've seen some real upsets in terms of the world rankings, and I think it's very difficult to predict who's going to meet who in what are effectively the semi-finals. Whoever loses this game will most likely face the Netherlands, who've looked extremely strong in Pool A so far. The Netherlands are playing Spain at 12 o'clock. Austria and Israel are playing on court 2 as we speak. So that might that will separate those teams in terms of points by the end of that game. So there's still a lot to play for. Each team playing 2 games today, and that takes its toll on the players. There's a lot of games to be played in this tournament, and for small squads like Finland, with only 6, and the fact that they're only using 4 of those 6 for all of yesterday's game, last game, and for most of all of this game as well so far, they're going to have to recover pretty quickly for whatever semi-final they might face. But it's Varton with the ball at the start of the third quarter. Czech Republic looking to extend that lead. Niso tries to get a hand in, but they can't stop Oppenauer from scoring his 7th try. And it is indeed a 6-try lead as Niso brings it away. Sinisari leading out for him. He gets over halfway. Nice pass to Nuotio, yes. Blesko, in trying to stop him, does a triple pirouette. And it's a try for Juuso, his 5th. A quick equipment timeout for Finland. So Ronish with the ball, under pressure from Nuotio, but he's equal to it, and he drives the ball over halfway. He's going for the line, nothing's going to stop him there. Great try by Ronish. And Plesko trying to prevent Niso from getting good position, but Finland's number 7 gathers the ball. Now it's Oppenauer in his face as he finds Sinisari, and now it's with Pispanen. But Finland have got themselves into a little bit of a tangle there. They get out of it, and Niso tries to gather the ball, but the ball's on the floor. Varton trying to get a hand in there, and it's a held ball called by referee Elvira Jelska from Poland. Fortunately for Finland, they have the possession arrow, so they will retain possession. There's no resetting of the 40-second clock, so they have just 16 seconds remaining in which to break down this resolute Czech key. Nuotio drives towards the line. There could be a gap there. He's desperately trying to get the pass in. We see another held ball, this time whistled by Melanie Biziet from France, and it will be a turnover with Finland having their turn on the possession arrow. Well, big long inbound from Plesko to Varton, and he has an easy run in. Nuotio getting stopped once more, pops it over the top to Sinisari, and this time Finland are successful, but it's a 6-try deficit, and that could be really tough to close down. As the Czech Republic get the ball to Oppenauer, he returns the ball to Ronish, who goes up on one wheel in his attempts to avoid Nuotio, but he manages to get over the line eventually for his 5th try.
24-17.
Niso with the ball, but great work from Vartan and Ronish. Good outlet pass from Niso to Nuotio, and Oppenauer gets a hand in, so the pass to Pispinen goes astray, and coach's timeout called by the Czech Republic in order to get a my mistake, it was a substitution call, and we see the 2.5 player Jan Mikeška entering the fray for the first time. So he takes the inbound. Now it's with Vartan. Finland's turn to key up. Oh, lovely little flip pass there to Oppenauer. And that's an 8-try lead now for the Czech Republic. Ross Morrison deciding that it's time to give his guys a rest. So we'll bring on Pasanen and their single female player, and Vironmäki, their 3.5 player. Sinisari trying to get in there to break up the Czech Republic. Yet another held ball. Melanie Biziet signalling that it'll be a held ball, and it'll be to the men in blue. So off go Nuotio and Pispinen, and on come Vironmäki and Pasanen. So Sinisari's going to be looking for Niso, and Vironmäki now gets his first touch of the ball. Taking the long way round, going to have to work hard to get over halfway. They don't actually manage it, no, it's a 12-second violation, so it'll be white ball from the sideline. Again, we see Mikeška taking on responsibility for the inbound. Vartan being the main ball carrier. Interesting that Mikeška, whilst a 2.5 player, is actually playing in a defensive chair. Oppenauer can't gather the ball. And Oppenauer is subbed out. On comes Vasha for his second appearance, and Finland have the ball deep in their own half. Pasanen taking the inbound to the high point player Vironmäki. He turns, but Ronish is straight onto him, and a great steal there from Vartan. It'll still be finished ball. So Pasanen with the ball finds Vironmäki. He needs to get the ball to Niso, which he does. Sinisari trying to lead out for him. Does good work. Working hard there over the halfway. Yes, great work by the team from Finland. And Vironmäki scores his first try of the day. 25-18. It's a big gap to close. And I think Ross Morrison has resigned himself to the fact that his four starting players were just not able to get the job done, and were suffering a bit of fatigue. So he's resting them as Vasha scores his second try. So Mauri Vironmäki the man who plays for Turku Trojans, a veteran of 16 years on the Finland team. Gets his bounce in, heads towards the key. Niso trying to force Ronish back over the line. Good pass to Sinisari for him to score his 5th. Ronish elects to be the inbounder this time. Vasha to Varton. It's a simple game. Hassanan gets the ball in quickly to Vironmaki, but he immediately gets 2 players on him. So the ball's fed out to Niso as Ronish puts on pressure, and Anna Passanen is meant to be the recipient of that pass, but as it goes free, Varton picks it up. And Ronish gets on the end of it. And he tells Niso, no, you're not stealing this one from me. Vironmaki again finds Niso. This guy's got through a tremendous amount of work as a 2-pointer. But again, the pass goes astray. And it's Vasha who comes up with the goods. So, just under 3 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Only 1 player timeout remaining between the 2 teams, and that's in the possession of the Czech Republic. As Anna Passanen, the beating heart of this Finnish team, comes to take the inbound. Finds Vironmaki, great big long ball, and Sinisari looking to get on the end of it, which he does. Fabulous play from the men and women in blue.
Sinisari, the score is 29-20.
Ronish with the ball, drives towards the key, goes up on one wheel again. He's a couple of times he's come close to flipping himself there, but he manages to regain his equilibrium and cross the line. So Passanen, the captain, to Vironmaki, a repeat of the last play, but this time Sinisari's nowhere near as deep. As Varton leaves him, close to an over and back there, but Vasha comes up with the loose pass, and despite the attentions of, at one point, all 4 Finnish players, he manages to keep his composure, and he calls a timeout. So that's the last one of those used. Just coaches' timeouts remaining now. And the Czech Republic return to their bench, take on some water, whilst the Finnish team take on the words of Ross Morrison. David Lukesh now intervening and having a word with his charges, saying what he's looking for, particularly focusing on Jan Mikeshka, who will inbound the ball. Got another equipment call for Niso, and we see number 11 Tomasz Morovic, 1-point player, coming on to the court, and they've double teamed Niso, so he can't get back and defend at the moment as Vasha tries to drive through, but Vasha still in possession. Great play by Czech Republic.
Player number 6 for Czech Republic, and that is Rosa.
So the lead now, 11 tries. Sinisari just manages to gather the ball, gets hit for his troubles. Vironmaki needs an equipment timeout. And as Sinisari was facing away from the try line, the referees were minded to grant it. An equipment timeout is always at the discretion of the referees. And often if play is heading towards the try line, they're not going to stop it for a player wanting some attention. But if the player in possession turns away from the try line, then they'll usually grant the request. So 10 seconds remaining of his equipment timeout, but they're not going to get it done, so we're looking at substitutions, which means Pasanen and Viromaki's cameo has come to an end. Hopefully we might see them return later in the game, but Nuotio and Pispanen didn't get too much of a rest there before they're forced to return to the fray. So it's Nuotio on the ball, 25 seconds on the possession clock. Pispanen and Sinasari setting up on the wings, try to force space at the corner as Niso and Nuotio perform a well-rehearsed move on a crossover pattern with a flip pass back, and Niso scores again. And Vasha can't gather, but Mikeshka can, and he gets the ball to Varton, who outstrips Pispanen. Oh, nice hit from Vasha, and Varton takes it through all the way. Good play by the Czech Republic. Some nice hits there. Sinisari back to his duties of inbounder now that Pasanen has had to leave with Viromaki. So Vasha dispossesses Niso. It'll still be Finland ball, but they're back in their own half. And with 29 seconds on the possession clock, they've still got it. Well, they've got to get over the halfway line again. Nuotio finds Niso. Varton has a little dabble, but comes up empty-handed, and Niso is free. So, just under 47 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And it's a 10-point lead to the men from the Czech Republic. Vasha finds Mikeshka. He in turn feeds Varton. And it should be back to Vasha once he realises the ball was coming to him. He turns away. A little bit of clock management going on here. They don't want to give Finland any time in which to respond. So we'll see them use as much of that 40-second possession as they possibly can. Varton getting through to the line. Sinisari leaves the court. A calculated risk there, but it enables a penalty try to be given, and Niso's not looking, so Vasha comes back up with the ball, and time runs out, defeats both teams there, and we finish the third quarter.
Game, and the winner is Czech Republic 33-22. Thank you to both Team Czechia and Finland, also to the referees and the officials. Thank you so much. Next game is at 12 o'clock. That is Norway versus Netherlands. Sorry, I'm a bad guy. I'm 1 quarter in front of the second time I will talk this time. It's 1 quarter more. Sorry.
So a little bit of confusion in the arena there. The DJ and announcer thinking the game had finished, but we're only at the end of the third quarter. did have me worried for a second that I'd completely missed a quarter, but it's 33 tries to the Czech Republic against 22 to Finland. So we've got a bit of silence, no music for a change. I think the DJ's still in shock at the fact that he's got to do another quarter. Oh no, he's back on track, and you can see some replays from the third quarter there. So a mountain to climb for Finland. Likely that we might see Vironmäki and Passanen return if they can sort out all their equipment problems. But desperately hard to compete in a tournament with so many games, 2 games a day with such a small squad. Mind you, 6 players is an improvement on the 5 that they had at the European B Championships in Warsaw. So they're used to playing with small squads and doing a lot of work, these Finnish players. So their fitness is absolutely superb. But this time the rests are being taken by Niso and Sinisari, as Vironmäki and Passanen, the captain, return. So it's Mikeshka on the ball. Oh, Vironmäki getting a hand in there, but leaving the court by one of the Czech players. I think it might have been Tomáš Morovič. So it's Finland ball at the baseline. So I was getting Mercer and Mikeshka mixed up in that previous quarter. So it's Vironmäki bringing the ball away into Niso, who works his way backwards over the try line despite the attentions of Morovic and Varton. So the 2.5 Mikeshka, number 5, scores his first try for the Czech Republic. Passanen looking for Vironmäki. He looks for that long ball down court. Pispanen on the end of it, and he outstrips Varton on this occasion. That's his 5th try. The man who plays for the Roosters out of Helsinki.
34-24.
Mikeshka finds Ronish. And the number 3 scores his 8th try, and he's immediately transitions and picks on Vironmäki. This time Pispanen picks up the ball inside his own half, gets over halfway, forced to turn away from the try line. Ball's back with Vironmäki. So Finland have very much a high-low combination here with a 3.5 Vironmäki, the 3-point Nuotio, with Pispanen and Passanen making up the 2 low-point players. Nuotio gets the try for Finland. It's 35-25. Vironmäki has 2 goes at trying to dislodge the ball from Ronish. There's a smile on his face as he heads to the penalty box. Referee Melanie Bizier saying, no, second one of those was illegal. You made contact. So it's a minute or until the Czech Republic score before you can return to the play, as Varton brings it away. Pasternak goes to meet him, but Mikeshko gets on the end of the pass, and it's an easy roll in for him. There's a trap from Morovic on the penalty box, which is why referee Jelska took up position there, and so Vironmäki is forced to become the inbounder. But what a great inbound that is, finding Pispanen just on halfway. He now tries to beat Mikeshka one-on-one, and he does it. Great play by Pispanen. So play halted while Vironmäki has an equipment timeout. Nuotio and Mikeshka down court. Nuotio trying to keep the Czechs high pointer, well, really a mid pointer, but he's their highest pointer. Down court as Varton gets the ball, tries to get a return pass into Ronish, which he does. He gets it over halfway. Nuotio goes to meet him. Pressure on the ball, always the preferred option. But Varton now in possession. His way is blocked by Vironmäki, but a penalty try as Nuotio was forced over the try line. And Vironmäki brings it away this time. Gets past Varton, who looks to put an arm in, but can't manage it. And the two high pointers combine for Nuotio to score. So no classifiers watching this game at the moment. So no on-court observations required. Most of these players very, very experienced and have got set classifications. So they'll be looking at newer players. So Pasternak leaves the court, and it's a penalty try to the Czech Republic. Nice pass in from Vironmäki to Pispanen. Pispanen trying to find Nuotio. He does. He finds Vironmäki in turn. And that's the second time he's crossed the line. Great long ball from Ronish. Mikeshka working hard to try and get on the end of it. Manages to gather it, but he can't stop himself from crossing the end line. And Czech Republic take the opportunity to ring the changes. First chance to see Filip Varton, I think, number... Yep. Sorry, Varton taking a rest, and Mercer returning to the fray. Hand in from Pleshko, the elite. He was previously an elite rower before his injury in quads and eights. So Vironmäki, afraid of being trapped in the Czech key, opts to be the inbounder. Ball into Nuotio. 15 seconds remaining on the game clock. Oh, Nuotio dispossessed at the top of the key, but he manages to regather it. And it was a great pass into Vironmäki, but it's no try, because Vironmäki had been in the key for 10 seconds. The thing he'd been trying to avoid earlier catching up with him, and a good call by referee Elvira Jelska. So Czech Republic bringing it away. Number 4, Jiří Pleško, scoring his 5th try. Viron Maki attracting the attention of 2 Czech players. Pasanen with a punt pass in, picked up by Mercer. Ball's with Navasha now. Pleško sat quietly there on the wing, gets his reward. And we now have a 40-28 game. Very comfortable win for the Czech Republic. They will top the pool at the end of this game. Still one more pool match to play. But we'll have to wait for other results to see who they will play in the semi-finals. Whereas Finland look as if they have a date with Destiny and the Netherlands. So Mercer, 2-point player, gives it to Pleško, the 1.5. He can't stop scoring, that's 3 in a row. As we're joined by some local school children in the stands, which is great to see. Ball's in from Pasanen, but it's rolling loose on the floor, it's touched the try line. So it will now be Czech Republic ball. No, still going to be a Finland ball. My mistake. The ball's into Nuotio, and Viron Maki asks for help from Pispanen to help free him, but Pleško's still trying to hang on to him. But Nuotio takes it over halfway. He's looking for a pass, finds Viron Maki. Pasanen has the corner if she wants it, but it's a try into Nuotio. He can't get it back. 4 in the key though. So the Czech Republic will find themselves with a player in the penalty box, and it'll be Marek Vasha who takes one for the team, as they say. So Finland with 4 against 3 as we approach 2.5 minutes remaining. And Nuotio scores quite easily, so Vasha returns. Mercer into Pleško. Wow, excellent pace by a low point player there as Pleško scores his 8th try. That's 4 in a row for him. So great balance in this Czech team. No out and out stars, but always four really hard working players on court at all time. Nuotio, he's worked hard today as well, and he finds Pispanen for his 7th try. So coach's timeout called by Ross Morrison. That's both of his used up now. And David Lukic takes the opportunity to make a substitution. Tomáš Morovic sat in the substitute box, comes on for David Mercer. So despite still being 11 tries down, Ross Morrison bringing in his troops and telling them what he expects, what he needs from them, what he wants to see. Casey Herman, the Games Commissioner from the USA, has a quick word with the coach of Finland, who's only been in the job 3 months, as the players battle for it, and Nuotio comes up with it, and a turnover. So, obviously, whatever it was Ross Morrison said in that short break has paid dividends already, as Finland come up with a turnover, and again, putting pressure onto Plesko, the ball carrier, but he gets it to Vasha. Vasha with the 2 high point players around him, manages to get his bounces in and the ball away to Mikeshka, who feeds Plesko, who's become an absolute scoring machine in this last few minutes. Hassanan to Vironmäki, leads out for him. Plesko can't keep pace as Vironmäki finds Nuotio, and he's got a free ride into the try line. So, just 1 minute left now, as Vasha takes it in. So as I'm sure as we're playing the last 50 odd seconds of this game, the 2 coaches already have their minds preparing for the semi-finals. It'll be at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock tomorrow, as Nuotio takes his tally up to 12 for today. Another turnover to Finland. Pispanen getting a hand in and coming up with the ball. 15 seconds remaining. Can they score the last try? Vironmäki just sat on the ball at the moment, but he gets it now to Nuotio. Unfortunately, it's not like the schoolyard and last try the winner, but no try being scored. One of the Finnish players had left the court, and that's the end of the game, with a great victory for the Czech Republic. A very, very strong performance from them. 44-34, a 10 try difference, but Finland made that a very good game. They've played extremely well for such a small squad, but the Czech Republic looking very, very strong. So as the players and coaches all shake hands, they thank the referees and the table officials for all doing a great job. And we'll be back here at 12 for Ireland versus Norway on court 1, or you might wish to pick up the game between the Netherlands and Spain on court 2. So this is Simon Starr at Sheehan Friedrich Park signing off, and looking forward to picking up with you later on today. Thanks for listening in. I hope you enjoyed the game.
Hey, 2. Two, hey.
Vâng, mua bữa